Some people might have something. Or maybe the person didn't do it entirely, but maybe they have the same DNA or something as the person. Like a long-lost sibling or something? Now that is just a bunch of crap. They have to look into more detail. Nothing matches, so they go and kill the person. And you know something that I can't stand? There is some lunatic out there who is going to be president, and he is just being the most controversial person ever. But I have nothing against him. I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen. Everyone's only human, but he makes it seem like everyone is an idiot. But he is the idiot. I have to agree on that, said the wise man. But here is another thing, Sylver. You can't change people for who they are. You just need to have a little more fire inside of you to know the truth of things. You've seen that quite well, but you're judging other people because I don't want them to make the same mistakes. I want to help juvenile people or the whole delinquents. I don't want them to be like I was. And I have a heart for them. I mean, I want them to do good things and make use of their life instead of doing bad stuff. I mean, I never took responsibility and I didn't even care. But I tried. You know I did. Of course I did. So does he, the man said, pointing up. Yeah, I know. The man upstairs. He's not too mad at me. I wouldn't say he's mad, but even though he adores you. I know. Also, I can't stand the atheists that are just making judgmental of the man upstairs. Maybe they once believed in it, but never had too much thought into it. That's a correction. It's just that people just, they have dark paths and they believe that the Lord has not been there for them and they have to talk bad about them. Well, they need to have a little more faith, but I can't force it upon them. You just want them to have faith because of what you were taught. The whole process of hell. I mean, I never heard of it. I was never taught that. I was just a kid and I was in Sunday school. I was taught to do good and everything, but I was never told hell. I mean, I just don't have a good memory. I'm just trying to forget all the terrible things and trying to do good. Sylver said, I know you are. But also at the same time, you alone have to realize something important. Sylver was finishing her drink, but then she found herself in front of her personal demons. Sylver called out, Are you trying to make an example of me? She called out, I'm not trying to make an example of you. I'm just showing you. That's when there was another flash. Sylver found herself near some sort of building on the first floor. She looked over and she recognized it was Raven Maccabee. She had a bit of a forlorn and pained look on her face. That's when she saw someone coming from behind, and she stood up trying to shield her face a bit. Sylver could see it was Taylor. Taylor took the girl's hands into his, and then he put his hands on the side of her face. Raven looked ashamed, but Taylor looked at her with just a pity but yet calm expression before embracing her. Raven hugged him back. Sylver looked at this with a touched smile, but she looked sad at the same time. I couldn't help her. I wish I could have saved her from not getting hurt. Sylver said. However, she felt the lion man with wings next to her say, "What happened was not your fault. You did what you had to. But what I'm trying to teach you is something more." Are you saying? Yes. You've made a mistake, but by looking at this, you'll learn from it. Learning from my mistakes. I guess that was it. Yeah. That was the point of it. Now, Sylver, I know it gets hard for you, but remember this. Justice will prevail those that have done wrong and need to be taught a lesson. It is not you who decides, but what justice itself does. Everything went white again, and Sylver found herself back in the area. Her personal demons were gone, and she stood there, smiling, and she said, "Then I have learned my lesson. I believe now, maybe I'll finally get my voice heard, and maybe I'll do good. But also, I'm gonna learn from my mistakes. That I promise," Sylver said. Then, all of a sudden, she began to do a little bit of a ballet dance. She was twirling about, but she could hear like a glitchy, broken sounding tone of electronics sounding of that song. And she could hear beautiful voices singing. She felt herself in her own world, and she sang along with the song in her head. Higher, higher than higher, you're lifting me up. If you weren't here, I'd be on the ground. If you weren't here, I'd be out of my mind. If you weren't here, give me higher, higher than higher, you're lifting me up. Higher, higher than higher. And so she will learn from her mistakes, even though she'll forgive and possibly forget, but nevertheless she will learn from her mistakes. Well, sorry about all that chattering, but I really hope you guys like it. I'll see you guys next time. I'm Catherine Donovan. Catch you later.